Hi, I'm Aisha Formansky for beaducation.com, and I'm going to show you our nifty snap rivets. Here are some samples using our plain snap rivets and our crystal snap rivets. You can use these great rivets to either connect two pieces of metal together, add a little splash of color, or even use them as a birthstone. While testing these snap rivets in the Beaducation lab, we learned a lot of great tips that we'd like to pass on to you. One of which is this great setter. If you look closely, you see there's a little indentation in the base of it. This allows the back of your rivet to fit snugly inside. Now when you hold the setter to the back of the piece, it allows a nice even blow all along the back, allowing a nice flat connection. We also learned a heavy hammer wasn't the way to go. We cracked quite a few crystal rivets. So remember, a plastic mallet's the best way to go. I'm going to begin by showing you the plain snap rivet. Now, the plain snap rivet needs a 3/32 inch hole, which is just a hair bigger than 2 millimeters. Now you can get that hole by using the power punch plier or the large end of the screw down hole punch. Now with the screw down hole punch, you're a little more limited because if you see here, the insert only goes in about 1/4 inch. So keep that in mind when designing your next piece. Here I have a stamped sterling silver blank and one of our brass artisan pendants. I've already created a hole in both using the power punch plier. I'm going to take both pieces, place them together, and taking one end of the rivet and placing it into the hole. Now I'm going to flip the pendant over, and taking the backing, I'm going to snap the two together. Now I'm going to place this piece on the edge of my bench block so as not to damage my bail. Now using the snap rivet setter, I'm going to place it on the back of my piece. Now these setters are really nice because it allows an even flush snap rivet on the back. Sometimes if you don't use them, you'll get a crooked rivet. Now using my plastic mallet, I'm going to strike the setter 3 times. And here's our finished piece. It's just that easy. The crystal rivet needs a bigger hole, 5/32 inch or just shy of 4 millimeters. We use the power punch plier, which is a great plier. If you need more information on it, pop on over to the tools section of our website and watch the product video on this awesome plier. With the crystal rivets, you're going to do the exact same thing you did with the plain snap rivets. You're just going to add a little bit of cushion so that you don't damage the crystal face of the rivet. Now here at Beaducation we have pro polish pads everywhere. So I've taken 4 of them and created a little padding, little pillow to protect the crystal. So all I'm going to do is take my crystal rivet, placing it through my 2 pieces of metal, then take the backing and snapping it together. So it's nice and secure. Place the piece on top of my pro polish pad, which by the way, you could also use a little piece of leather or fabric, anything else, to pad that a little bit. Now placing my setter on top of my blank, I'm using my plastic mallet again. With the crystal rivets, you need a few more whacks. Now if you notice, the pro polish pad comes off on the crystal a little bit, but that's no problem. Just going to take that pro polish pad, buff it up a little bit there, and voila! Beautiful pendant with a crystal rivet.